to our friends in Moscow, to Tatiana first. I think this is close to an invasion. In fact, Joe Biden has declared it an invasion. What's left? Is there any room left for any negotiation at all, or is it a matter of time? Tatiana, please.
Well, it's a very interesting thought to call it an invasion when, in fact, what we're calling it is, it is just answering the request for help and for peacekeeping mission within the newly acknowledged republics. And of course, Joe Biden would call it an invasion, wouldn't he?
Wouldn't you call it that?
It makes all the sense in the world.
Wouldn't you call it that? This is who denied this is aggression. But I won't debate with you. I'll get Colonel Outzen to respond to you from Virginia. Colonel Outzen.
Well, thank you. It's good to be with you again.
Thank you.
And of course, our Russian friends would not call it invasion. I would not call it an invasion if I was in fact engaged in an invasion. What we've seen now is a break in cognitive reality where the people inside Russia and listening to RT and the other propagandistic outlets of the Russian government are getting a very well-woven narrative complete with fake explosions and accusations of terrorism that doesn't exist and the specter of nuclear weapons that the Ukraine has no intention of developing, all of which are made to buttress Putin's arguments to his own people. They're not convincing anybody else, hopefully not in India, certainly not in the United States or Europe, because what we've seen now is a movement towards naked territorial aggression and the attempt to erase the Ukraine from the map. So it's not working, and the rest of us see it clearly as an
I'll just take a moment. I'll take a moment. Tatiana responding. Yes, please.
Yeah. Look, it's very interesting, again, that you're calling it an invasion. What do you call U.S. military that are right now in Ukraine? Is that not an invasion then?
Well, the Ukraine, as a recognized nation state with a seat at the United Nations, has the sovereign right to request assistance from its friends and allies. The imaginary quasi-republics that were created as convenient fictions by Vladimir Putin have no such recognition and no such sovereign right. So ours is not an invasion, it's assistance.
So,
and by the way, look, we've invaded folks too. So.
You're saying that the referendum that took place in 2014 was imagined by Vladimir Putin. So the millions of people that voted in that referendum and that decided that they want to self-identify, they didn't want to join Russia, they wanted to be separate from Ukraine and separate from a nationalist government that was oppressing part of the population. That was imagined by the Russian president, and that didn't happen. Also, the violence on Maidan didn't happen, and Ukrainian snipers that shot at journalists on Maidan didn't happen. And in fact, there was no coup d'etat. It was just a very peaceful transition of power from a legally elected president who was not attempted, there was no attempted assassination. It was just a very peaceful transition of power from a legally elected Ukrainian president to a group of nationalist commandos in Kiev. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that the credibility and bona fides of our Russian friends when it comes to the legitimacy of elections, despite the ample help you've tried to provide to our electoral process, is frequently called into question. So yes, it is a fiction.
Your electoral process is definitely not the subject of conversation here. And, you know, I as much as I appreciate sniper remarks, that's kind of, if we get into that, that's going to take us another 2 hours to discuss. I do believe that.
Okay. A lot of viewers tuning in here, Tatiana, to that sharp exchange between both sides. But I just want to tell you, Tatiana, fundamental fact here is this, and American friends must also understand here.